Hey guys, my name is Mike Sands. About 2 or 3 months ago, I had this thing called runner's knee, and it was essentially in my marathon training. After the first mile, I started to feel pain sensation in my knee, about here. It was actually on the side of the knee. During my research, what was actually happening was it was a runner's knee. Well, 2 months later, I just finished running 4 miles and no runner's knee issue. I want to show you what I did to help resolve that issue for me. I tried a number of things and I want to show you what I did. So without further ado, meet me inside and I'll explain it.
So how I fixed my runner's knee is what I simply want to share right now, my journey. So first of all, what is runner's knee? I'm sure you're here because you're feeling some kind of sensation in your knee joint area. So actually, that is, or that could very well be runner's knee. Let me first of all throw out a disclaimer that I am not a doctor. I'm not providing medical advice to you, just simply sharing tips on how I was able to resolve my runner's knee situation. For those who don't know what runner's knee is, there's a cartilage in your knee that acts as a natural shock absorber when you're running. So if you may be feeling pain in your knee, it more than likely is because that's been over used, or it could be injured as well. So in most cases, what I'm about to show you would work if it's just overused. If it's injured, it may require surgery. But like I say, I'm not a doctor. I would really recommend that if what I'm about to show you or what I did doesn't work, then you seek medical attention or help from a doctor who will more than likely prescribe surgery. But sure enough, if you want to save a doctor bill, I would recommend you trying these steps. So like I say, runner's knee more than likely could be because you're simply overusing the knee. So if you recognize that as a problem, then here are some things I did to resolving that overuse situation. And the obvious thing that comes to mind now, as we see in step number 1, is we want to rest it. What I did was, my story is that I was training for marathon, and I would notice that this is 1 week I got up to 3 miles. I was running 3 miles, and I noticed this one particular instant after the 3rd mile, my knee just felt abnormally sore. Like you could expect it to be sore because that's why you do it. That's why you're training, right? You're training to train your legs and train your lungs, etc. But I would notice that after the week that I was doing the marathon training, after mile 3, that I had this issue in my knee. Whenever I bent it or moved it, I felt like this sensation in my knee where it felt like the bones actually wanted to come out of my knee. It felt really weird. So I didn't think anything of it. So I skipped a day and I went to run again, and I noticed that after 1 mile of running, I began to feel a sensation. 1 mile. That's really weird. So what I would do is after the mile, to not cause further injury, I actually stopped running and I walked back home. While walking back home, I felt it. So what I did was I didn't know what it was. So I walked back home and I skipped a day again, let it rest, and I realized that the issue was there again. After the 1 mile run, it was there again. And so I did some research and actually found that possibility is that I'm just overusing it. So I also do weight training in the gym. So it could be that I was doing something, maybe squats or something in the gym, or just whatever I was doing, maybe overusing it. So that's the very first thing I decided, before I go to a doctor, let me try these steps. So I rested it for the full month of July. third week in August now. So I rested it for the whole month of July. Didn't do any leg workout in the gym. Restricted myself so that my knee saw as little work as possible. Also, what I did for that entire month, from that period where I self-diagnosis, I wanted to try it first, but self-diagnose myself. I also iced my knee for a 10-minute period. Some days I did it 2 times per day, but in most cases I did do it once. So I iced my knee, which is step number 2 here. And step number 3 is actually goes simultaneously with that, where the period where I was icing my knee, I also elevated it. So so whatever posture I used, I made sure that the knee was above the heart, kind of like to reduce blood flow to the knee. So this, if you were like me, it really felt like there was a portion of my knee, and it could be the cartilage I was speaking about earlier, was inflamed somewhat. So icing your knee and elevating is great to reducing inflammation. So that's what I did. I iced the knee for 10 minutes for every 2-hour period, which on some days I did once, some days I did twice. I tried to do it as much as possible, but because of time constriction. And then I elevated the knee above the heart the same time. I had my phone there, sending texts just to feel some kind of, that I was still productive in some way. So I did it for a whole month, and I noticed after the second week or so that the inflammation was starting to feel like it was going down. Still felt the clicking in my knee, still felt it, but at least I felt like some progress was happening. So after the full month, I noticed that I still felt a little swelling in my knee, and when I bent it, I still felt as though the clicking that I was hearing, the sensation that the bone was coming out, still felt it a little bit. So anyway, after the month was done, and I ensured that I had enough rest. Step number 4 now is I started running again, but slowly. And I mean slowly, 0.5 miles at a slow pace, maybe 1 mile or so. And after every run, I would ice my knee. So I guess I should put it here. While icing the knee, after run. And I noticed what I would do is I would actually ice both of my knees, not just one now, but both. That's actually something that I do now after every run. I always ice my knee, something that I'd never done before. So yeah, started running slow, ramping it up, and I was advised to go slow, slowly. You want to strengthen the leg again. Also at the same time in the gym, I would still do weight, but really low weight. I would do really low weight, but try to get like 15 reps in there or so. So first week I did, like I said, I did about 0.5 miles and eventually 1 mile, and felt very good. Kept doing the same thing up to where you see I'm now at mile 4 in my half marathon training. I have to say that there were 2 other things I did. See number 5 here. I used this knee strap. So it's this particular knee strap that I got on Amazon. It's helpful for the it acts like a knee brace, but it actually helps to support the patella tendon, as it's showing here. It's great, I think, to helping your knee to absorb some impact. In the front here is actually some cushioning. If you see my arrow here, is actually some cushioning in the front of the knee here. But where I was feeling the sensation was actually on the side of the knee here. That's actually where that tendon is. Like I say, I'm not a doctor, but this is just from all the research that I was doing myself. So I use that knee strap, put it on every time I run now. The other thing I did was I actually bought some new running shoes. Like I say, I don't know if my old shoes was the problem, but running shoes is pretty important to your form and helping to absorb any kind of shock that your knee or leg may be feeling on the road. Okay, so that's what I did. As an alternative, I would actually also recommend to anyone actually examining or looking at your running form. Maybe have someone take a video of it, or maybe do some research on maybe the best running forms that you could use for you. So guys, that's it. Those are the 7 things that I did explicitly. And I have to say, like I mentioned in a video, I am up to mile 4, and I don't have the issues that I have in my knee anymore. I don't have it. Mind you, I'm still careful in running, making sure I don't re-injure myself, because I really want to run this half marathon and don't want to injure myself. But after running mile 4, you still feel soreness, normal soreness, but now it's not the runner's knee issue that I initially had a few months ago. Hopefully this helps, guys. If for any reason you try this and you realize that it's not helping, I would recommend maybe I should put in step 8, go see a doctor. If nothing works, more than likely it will mean that you need surgery or you need further medical care that only a doctor can provide. But fingers crossed, hope this all works well for you. Please leave me a comment or shoot me a like or subscribe if this works for you, or if this is pretty useful information for you. Otherwise, take care, guys. Thanks for stopping by. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe for more how-to videos. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions, or if there's a specific topic you'd like me to cover in a future video. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.